Hey everyone. So today I wanted to talk about drugstore products, and I wanted to go through my items that I really enjoy from the drugstore. I can say, now that it's January 2015, that there's a lot more coming out in the drugstore. Fergie has a line, just a whole bunch of new stuff is coming out. And hopefully I can get my hands on some of the things I'd like to try. But these are products that I've purchased over time. A couple things are from Target, which I consider drugstore-ish. So let me get started. I want to try to make this not too long. So the first product I am going to start with is my CeraVe eye cream. And it's dented like this because I need a new one. I'm trying to get every last drop out. This, I have a review on this. If I can remember, I will link it below. This has ceramides and hyaluronic acid. I love this. Now, is it erasing my wrinkles and really working on the wrinkles? No, but what I feel like when you moisturize and your skin is moisturized well, it will plump up temporarily. I really, if you are moisturized and hydrated enough, your wrinkles will temporarily. Now, if it's a deep wrinkle, like what I have up here, no, that won't. Crack it. No, but that's where the bangs come in, and I save myself money for not doing Botox. But when I am moisturized enough under my eyes, I feel like this temporarily plumps them up, and definitely my under eyes feel very, very moisturized. This is about $13.99, depending on where you buy it from, but I really do enjoy this. The next product you can get at good old Target, is the lip exfoliator from e.l.f. Now, before I purchased this, I used to just do sugar and olive oil, or sugar and honey, and make a paste, baking soda, same deal, but I had to go through all that. This is quick, it's easy, it's $3, and it does really work very nicely. And actually, I use this once or twice a week, and it has lasted me. This is my backup. I still have a little bit left of my original, and I really, really like this. So this, to me, and if you can't find this in Target, I know Kmart sells it, and I think I heard that Old Navy's going to sell e.l.f. as well. But you could always order it from their website, and they always have special deals and things. So, let me go to foundation. Now, I never was a drugstore liquid foundation kind of girl. Because here in the States, we don't have, well, my stores don't have testers. I know some stores do. I think in Canada they have testers, which I really believe. You listen in drugstores, they should have testers, especially when it's a new product. You don't have to, it would be nice to have testers all over, but I know they're not going to do that. But the two foundations that I bought last year and have been enjoying through the year is the L'Oreal Visible Lift, which I have a review on this, and also the Maybelline Dream Wonder. Now, this to me is medium cover, light to medium coverage, and this one to me is definitely a lighter coverage. It's more liquidy. This one's probably more up my alley than this one, but I do like this. I also do like the Revlon Color Whipped foundation. I don't have it because I had to throw it out. I had it for a while. I hate the packaging on that, the one in the jar. And that is definitely a medium, a good medium, maybe even to full coverage. I use beauty blenders for all these products, so I shear it out as much as possible. But I have a review on this as well. If I can remember, my brain works. I will link these below. Powder. We'll keep on the same thing, the Maybelline Dream Wonder powder. There's what that looks like. This is a very nice powder. I doubt you're going to see it on my hand, but I figured, oh, there you go. It's It's nice. It actually could add a little more coverage if that's what you're looking for. But I do really try, especially when I'm using liquids, I do like to set them, but I try to use the least bit of powder as possible. I feel like when you start putting on a lot of powder, no matter how great the powder is, it's going to eventually start looking cakey. So I try to just set, I mean, I have normal to dry skin, so I probably don't even have to set my foundation. I'd like to, though. It was definitely, for me as I got older, trying to, go from a combination skin, which, it was always oily in the T-zone, used to, putting powder on, and then as you start to get older, you start to have to adjust to how you used to put your makeup on. Skin changes. So I do like this. I don't really have too many powders from the drugstore. I think this is the only powder I have, but I like it. Next is eyeshadows. And I actually had taped this yesterday and realized I forgot shadows that I really like. So the first shadows I want to talk about is Wet n Wild. And as you can see, this is loved. This is Brulee, and this is 99 cents. It is pigmented. You're not going to see it. Why do I do? Oh yeah, a little bit. This is what I use usually as a brow bone highlight, as well as all over my lid before I apply any shadow. Just to, because I usually use Painterly or concealer depending, and I like to use this to help me blend my shadows out. This is the best 99 cents I've ever spent. Love this. Now, they're Wet n Wild 8-pan palettes. This is an older one. I think it was limited edition. It's called I Love Matte. But, as you can see, this is well loved. But if you can find, see how nice and pigmented they are? These 8-pan palettes are really, really, really nice. Usually, even their 3-pan palettes are nice. I can't speak of like other palettes they've put out, like the Melrose one. I never got my hands on that pigmentation wise, but the ones that I have, I've had 3-pan, I've had the 6-pan, and these. It's a great buy from the drugstore. Very, very good. The other shadows that I really enjoy are the Milani Bella Eyes. This is in the color Bella Copper. And if you're looking for satins, shimmer, these are very, very, very affordable. They're a little more expensive in CVS. I think they're like $4.49 and they're like $3.99 in Walgreens. But, Milani has a sale. These are very good as well. This is considered I'm going to consider this drugstore, but it is the Eye on Neutral palette from Sonia Kashuk. I consider her like a high-end drugstore. There's what that looks like. I actually have this on. Today I have 3 colors. I have this. As you can see, I love that. I have this one. And I have this one. So, I love it. 3 shadows, very simple eye look. If you're having a hard time or you don't want to spend a lot of money on a higher end palette, I totally get that. But this is very easy to travel with, first of all. You can create a ton of looks with just this palette, and I have. And as you can see, really, really, really nice. And if you wanted to buy, like, let's say a shimmery palette, the drugstore has a lot of shimmer shadows, and you had this, you are set. You know, you could buy one little palette of shimmer shadows and this. This is $20, but to me, this is a well worth $20. I mean, I have no problems blending them. I have no problems playing with them. They're pigmented enough for me. I like them. And I had no issues blending them out. You know, like I had bought the Ion Nudes from Maybelline, and to me, the matte colors in that palette were difficult to work with, and I had to keep going back and forth, putting more on my brush. I don't feel like this, that I have to do that with these. I really, really like this a lot. So that is it for shadows. Oh, no, it's not. Speaking of shimmer, I love this, the Maybelline Eye Studio in the color Copper. These are, there's your shimmer. So, like, if you wanted to, affordable, and then you have that. But what I did was, I actually did a look, I don't know how long ago, I did a look using this palette, and then what I did was use my bronzer, which is matte, as my transition color. I always like to, when I use shimmer colors, for me, I like to put in a matte color, just to kind of bring it down a little bit. I really wouldn't want something super shiny on my hood, because that'll just draw the light to it. Don't want that. So, the next area that I am on is blush. And probably my favorite blush from the drugstore is Milani. I actually have this on. I double blushed. This is in Delicioso Pink. And yes, it looks bright. And I use a duo fiber brush to apply this. Where am I putting that? Let's try the other hand. There it is. I should have moisturized. But their blushes are very, very nice. They have a couple of matte ones, but you have to have a light hand, so that's why I use a dual fiber brush. I feel like I can blend it out very nicely. They also have very, like, shimmery ones too, which I don't have, but I do enjoy this. So if you're looking for a matte blush, and to me this isn't like, I'd say it's slightly satin, but more matte than anything. Also, from NYX, now my CVS sells NYX. I know Ulta sells NYX as well. The Blush in Taupe. I use this as, I've used this as a lot of things. I've used this as a crease color. I actually use this for contouring. It has that grayish undertone, which that's what you want. You see how it has like a shadow? That is what you want, because the shadow creates that darkness. And so when you're contouring, do you have to use a contour? No, you don't. You could use, you know, your bronzer. But if you're truly looking to contour, something with a grayish tone in it. But I do love this. This is a blush called Taupe. Also, for bronzer at the drugstore, I really enjoy the NYC Sunny. If you're light-skinned, you will really like this. If you're darker-skinned, not so much, because it does have a light. Let me keep forgetting. You probably won't really see it, but it is a really nice bronzer from the drugstore. And as you can see, I've hit pan. Mascara. This is probably one of my favorites. It's the Lash Discovery from Maybelline. I know Emily Noel 83 uses this one on her lower lash line. I actually like this for my lashes. Now, the thing I like about the drugstore is you can play around. You can use a lengthening formula and a volumizing formula. I usually put 2 coats of mascara. Unless I'm doing lashes, then I just usually do 1. But this is a small brush. I have small eyes. I did do a review on the Dior Overcurl, and the only problem I had was the brush is too big for my little hooded, small, stubby, short lashes. I couldn't really get in there. Where with this brush, because it is so tiny, I can get in there. And this also does come in waterproof. I've never tried waterproof, but I do like this. And I also do like Jordana Best Last Extreme as well. I don't have that. But as you know, for concealer, it's the Age Rewind. I had this in my 2014 favorites. Love this. I am going to review, though, the new Master Conceal. I do have this on, and I will review this and let you know what I think. Still playing around. Eyeliners. As you know, I love my Rimmel. That was in my 2014 favorites as well. But I also do love the color, the colored Rimmel. And this one is in brown. These really do last, especially in the waterline. I also like the Jordana 12 Hour. Now these all are under $5. To me, some of these work just as well as the high-end liners. Now, I do have a few high-end liners. The black is the Jordana. That either, like I love my Mally, but I think I have Makeup Forever, I have Tarte, and I feel like these from the drugstore can really give them a run for their money. I really do. For 99% of the time, I always tight line. Lining my lid itself, depends on if I feel like it or not. I also like the Maybelline Master Kajal. If you have issues with tight lining, some people don't like to go up in here. I mean, I'm not even using a mirror. That's how easy this is. It comes in many different colors. I think I've seen it. I know it's in black, gray, brown, blue, like a navy. But I really like this, and it does stay pretty well in the waterline. Also, I like the Milani Shadow Eyes. This is in the color Almond Cream. This is like Painterly Paint Pot, but in stick form, and cheaper. And then you just, you put it to your lid, you blend it out. I think it works great. But just remember, though, when you have these chubby sticks, you need a sharpener that's big enough for this to fit. Lip liners. You know I love my Milani lip liners. But I also love my, I like NYX. And this is the retractable. I like the NYX in the retractable. The only problem, like, as you can see with the retractable, is it starts to lose its shape. But I do like them. I used to like the Jordana, too. And I also like the Rimmel. The Exaggerate. This is an East End Snob. This one, I think I probably like for twist-ups, if I can get it up. There we go. See how it's on a slant? I really like that it's on a slant. Really good liners. This one is the NYX. That's East End Snob. Now, I am trying to rub the Rimmel. Stays on pretty well. So does the Jordana. Telling you. Just telling you. What else do I have? Oh, I have lipsticks. Yes. Lipsticks, and then we're done. So, lipsticks. Do I have, I have a few high-end lipsticks. I have one MAC. I have one by Beauty lipstick, and then I have the lip crayons, which I actually find very enjoyable. And I have the little Makeup Forever, which, that was like a great little birthday present. I would actually buy that lipstick in full size. That's how much I like that. But, besides that, unless, like, I order from QVC and Laura Geller or Mally comes in a kit, I normally will buy my lipstick at the drugstore. Because I can't get into spending like 20 something dollars or $30, and never mind 50. I think Tom's Ford lipsticks are 50. Really? I don't know. I think that at the drugstore you have a zillion options and really good product. So, the first item that I love at the drugstore are the Milani lipsticks. This is in number 43, Pretty Natural. You see there's a theme here. Really pretty. Very, very nice. I also like the Maybelline Touch of Spice, the new one, 660, the matte. You could see all the colors are like very similar. I really like that one as well. I know some people didn't like this because they felt like it exaggerated their lines. You could always put a little bit of a gloss. And to me, that doesn't faze me. But also, the Revlon Color Burst. I have the Matte Balm in 225. I like this as well. Just drop the cap. Right there. Very nice. Revlon Color Bursts, the bombs. I probably had, almost the whole line. And, well, after a while, obviously, I threw them away, because I had them for so long. But that is the color 050, which is Berry Smoothie, right there. These are very, very nice. Creamy. And gloss, I love the NYX Butter Glosses. This one is in Cream Brulee. I, a lot of times, will throw one of the Milani liners on my lips and then put this over it. This is like a nude. Really like this a lot. And I would definitely repurchase this. Right there. I'm telling you, great stuff at the drugstore, and it will still continue. I think the drugstore realizes they have a lot to compete with when it comes to Sephora and Ulta. And so I think the drugstores in the last couple years have really been stepping up their game. So I am very excited to see, going forward, what the drugstore has. So if you have any questions or comments about anything, let me know in the comments down below. Tell me what your favorites are from the drugstore. I'd love to know. Leave them in the comments, and thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.